Hello, we're Enactus at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley.
Today, we will share with you the vision of service that our team has for the community.
We want to give you an insight to the projects we have accomplished, the partnerships we have created, and most importantly, the lives we have impacted.
And we will share with you the unyielding effort of our students, advisors, and community partners.
Our efforts reside in the Rio Grande Valley, the border region at the very southern tip of Texas that extends from the Gulf Coast to the outreaches of Rio Grande City. This area is home to several developing cities, and our region alone is responsible for 10% of the total U.S.-Mexico land trade. That is over $42 billion in a single year. Economic relations with the Mexican cities such as Matamoros and Reynosa have turned this agricultural area into one of the fastest growing regions in the United States. With the U.S.-Mexico border only being a few miles away, this region has a unique binational, bicultural, and bilingual presence. However, driving only 30 minutes out of city limits proves that we have much work to do.
The Rio Grande Valley is estimated to house over 130,000 undocumented immigrants, each with a most unique story, yet similar dream. Many of these individuals cross the border and come to the UTRGV with nothing more than clothes on their backs, their loved ones, and the hope to escape the harsh realities of countries overrun by drug trafficking and violence. Safety and security remains an uncertainty for these families, for once inside the United States, many of them continue in a life of poverty. In the city of McAllen, our very own hub of trade, 31% of citizens live on or below the poverty threshold. Currently $22,000 for a household of 4.
Once we knew this, our team set out to assess the needs of our community, and in 2015, we began our first ever Thanksgiving food drive, where we collected enough food to feed 25 families a fully sorted Thanksgiving dinner. We remember all those families and how they appreciated such an unexpected gesture. Therefore, this year we embarked on a journey to upscale this project by any means necessary, with collaborations from the College of Engineering, the School of Medicine, and the entire College of Business. We increased the project impact by more than 600%. Our efforts providing full turkey dinners for 180 families in 6 different impoverished areas of the Rio Grande Valley. Our efforts were highlighted by a regional newspaper.
These 6 low-income areas are a few of many. These communities are also known as colonias and are defined by the Office of Secretary of State as a residential area along the Texas-Mexico border that may lack some of the most basic living necessities, such as potable water, sewer systems, electricity, paved roads, and safe and sanitary housing. In one of these colonias, we met Sister Fatima Santiago, who has been working with the community of Peñitas for over 11 years and has developed a center that provides medical service, a thrift store, a vegetable garden, and even after-school programs. As we learn more about the needs, Sister Fatima introduced us to a very special group of women, the ladies of Peñitas.
This group of women were using the center sewing room as a way of earning revenue through sewn items and other crafts. Unfortunately, they were only selling to their own community and making no profit, as their expenses outweighed the revenues. Through careful analysis of their weaknesses and strengths, we helped them channel their talent and skills towards the creation of a profit-generating business. Our initial needs assessment revealed the following: the need for more reliable sewing equipment, better suited for mass production. Additionally, we saw the need to help this woman connect with clients beyond their own community and understand market demand. Our team also understood the need to provide this woman with the basic knowledge on how to manage the different aspects of a business startup. Our tasks included securing funds for industrial sewing machines. To date, 3 have been obtained through grants. Developing an improved and updated product line that could be produced by this woman at a price that could be accepted by the local market, and helping them create a presence in the online marketplace Etsy.com, where they could consider selling some of their other crafts and creations. With the latest input, we named this project Vida Nueva, New Life.
In the beginning, there were only few ladies coming together and making some arts and crafts work and a little bit sewing. But after Enactus came in, Vida Nueva became like real Vida Nueva, flourishing. There is so much happiness in them, And any project that comes from outside, they are willing to finish it on time and doing it a quality job. I think before the little things that they made, they did not find any marketing, but with the bags, making the bags, they made some money, and also they were able to pay taxes. So for the first time we paid taxes and also they are very enthused to do more.
¿Qué desea lograr con la participación en este proyecto?
Pues crecer como negociante, crecer, aprender más para hacer más grande, no nada más de bolsas, sino más otro tipo de trabajo.
Gracias a este proyecto, como hemos podido hacer pedidos que nos han encargado, nos han pagado algo de dinero, y pues gracias a ello he podido ayudar en mi casa con las cuestiones económicas. Pues gracias a eso he podido ayudar a mi familia y creo que a pagar los gastos de la luz, del agua, y pues sí me han ayudado bastante.
Pues a mí me gustaría que creciera mucho, que esto es en un futuro, en unos años, que quizás mis ojos no miren, pero que los niños, la gente, tuvieran quizás una fábrica, ¿por qué no? Que crezcan grande.
We got our first shot to show their potential last summer when UTRGV's Office of Community Engagement heard about our new business and wanted to help get this project off the ground. Through them, Vida Nueva received its inaugural order for 225 canvas bags for the RGV Nonprofit Summit. We collaborated with Isabel, one of the women from the center who has a background in sewing and played an integral part in the planning of operations for the business. The tasks to complete this milestone included calculating the production cost for these bags, negotiating a price with the client, contacting suppliers for the raw materials, creating an efficient manufacturing layout, and negotiating the cost of printing the customer-approved logo with the supplier. Once the order was completed, our team and some of the women involved in the project hand-delivered the bags to the Office of Community Engagement. Vida Nueva's first order was fulfilled.
Our second big break came soon after, when we received an inquiry from our university to buy canvas bags for the upcoming Science and Technology Fair known as HESTIC. Thousands of people attend this fair every year, and if we were to supply bags for this event, it would equal a huge success for the business. Vida Nueva was awarded its second contract for an astounding 3,000 bags for HESTIC's Latina Day, a day which appropriately focused on encouraging and highlighting Latina woman empowerment. With the revenue generated from the first project, the women were able to purchase the materials needed for this new order, learning the valuable lesson of investing in a business, especially in its growth phase. The newly acquired industrial sewing machines helped increase production efficiency and reduce costs. All of their hard work paid off in October when 3,000 of Vida Nueva's bags were handed out to attendees of HESTIC's Latina Day.
Vida Nueva has continued to reach new and outstanding milestones even after its booming start. Most notably, last December, the women of Vida Nueva were able to obtain their own order from the Catholic Diocese requesting choir robes. The most remarkable thing about this was not the fact that they found a client on their own, or that they even purchased the material without needing our assistance. It was the process they went through of determining their price. Isabel, the woman we told you about earlier, later recounted to us how she had initially calculated the cost, but then reconsidered the price per unit because she remembered to account for overhead. It was exciting for us to hear this because it demonstrated that these women were starting to think like entrepreneurs and felt to us like a one giant step towards Vida Nueva becoming a sustainable business. To date, the women of Vida Nueva project have made over $19,500 in revenues and have continued to develop relationships with new clients, including the largest hospital in our community. They have expanded to a large sewing space and are in the process of building new prototypes to increase in product line and keep up with demand.
But with the whole community to work with, our efforts do not stop here. In the summer of 2016, the UTRGV Enactus team was hired to collaborate with the Texas Manufacturing Assistance Center and the UTRGV College of Engineers to create and conduct robotic entrepreneurship summer camps for high school students from Idea Public School in hopes to interest their curiosity in pursuing STEM-related careers. Enactus UTRGV took on this venture not only as an opportunity to partner with local community leaders for future project development, but also as a revenue generating source to help fund our projects for this upcoming semester.
Enactus team members were trained to be coaches, judges, and efficient mentors to these high school students. With the guidance of our team and various engineering organizations on campus, the students created companies that designed, manufactured, and competed to sell working robots to a specific client. Through the curriculum, over 200 high school students were introduced to the world of robotics, while gaining insight into business startup issues such as management, budgeting, product development, and customer relationship building.
The end result was a generation of over $5,000 in revenue for our team. And for 2017, we already secured a contract with the same charter school that we served last year. We are working on adding contracts with 3 other independent school districts in our region for a new expanded curriculum, increasing the number of students by 80%.
Well, this initiative took place in the summer in February, and under the guidance of one of our business advisors, our team initiated a partnership with First Robotics RGV, where the scope of this project was further developed. FIRST means for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology, and is a national organization dedicated to inspiring young people to become scientists and technology leaders. This is carried out by engaging kids from kindergarten to high school in programs that are based on science, research, and robotics.
This year, more than 60 teams from 14 school districts, charter schools, and private schools from our region signed up for the 2017 Technical Challenge qualifying season, allowing our Enactus members to once again act as judges on the business aspect of the competition and practice being mentors to young minds, future scientists, and engineers. During this season, we have helped over 1,500 students prepare for their matches. This project not only provided professional development for our members and great networking opportunities for the team, but in turn became a revenue-generating effort which paid for the video we submitted for this year's competition.
The next stepping stone for the organization is to establish our own sustainable business called Green Stop. We want to make sure that we did this with effective planning, dedication, and most of all, reach for community impact. We assessed the needs at our own university, and the results showed most students had the desire for healthier food. Since 2012, the RGV had 39% obesity rate, the highest in the country. High obesity rate are directly associated with chronic disease like cardiac issues, diabetes, and even depression. With this in mind, we decided to take action.
The Green Stop provides students a healthy alternative for what is offered on campus. The menu is based on highly nutritional value ingredients that grow all year round in the RGV. The business focuses on tackling obesity problems associated within our region and simultaneously boosts the local farming community by sourcing locally and bridging the industry gap.
We realized that creating a vision for Green Stop and a detailed plan of action over the course of the next several years will give our team the ability to take this venture far beyond our own university. We spoke to Dr. Humberto Rios Labrada, coordinator of Hispano America for ICRA in Murcia, Spain. He introduced the scope of his research and how bringing a business model like ours could create a bypass to solve the cost and time efficiency problems farmers go through in order to reach local consumers. This would be done by directly purchasing from the producers, cutting the middleman by having local quality control checks, and thus removing the extra costs associated with transportation and time. In effect, this would allow for us to address the issues of food sovereignty not only affecting our community, but many other regions like ours across Latin America.
We created a 3-phase plan of expansion of Green Stop from a local funding effort in our university to a profitable business venture that could enforce the ideas of waste-free, high nutritious, and sustainable business practices. Our first phase involves working together with local farmers to begin purchasing produce as well as implementing environmentally friendly practices by minimizing plastic products, encouraging use of reusable containers and cups, and creating a local culture of environmental awareness in our university.
Second phase will come about once we have met self-sustaining criteria that allows flexible budgeting that would allocate profit for general projects, development, and competition for traveling funds. This would allow us to depend less on sponsorship, one-off fundraising events to create a foundational source of income. Effectively, this would make our team finances sustainable and capable for achieving our future development goals through a reliable cash flow stream.
Our final phase of development is crucial, yet it is what we aspire to achieve. Once being a sustainable platform of financial endeavors, we could look to expand our outreach by allowing Green Stop to introduce the benefits of a waste-free, low-cost, and health-oriented business model across Latin America, so as to integrate them within the communities.
As we continue our work with low-income students in Peñitas, we recognize that by the time they graduate from high school, many of them are responsible for supporting their family. Realistically, a 4-year degree may not be an option. With this in mind, we are advancing our project by organizing a vocational school fair in this community aimed at providing information on professional development opportunities. We want to offer these students diversified options as a means for financial success. We are engaging technical schools such as the College of Healthcare Professionals, a Culinary Arts Academy, a cosmetology school, and the Texas State Technical College to be part of this event, which will take place in June, just in time for fall enrollment.
We hope to measure impact not only with attendance, but by following up with students that actually register and attend education beyond secondary school. By doing this, we will be able to evaluate how many of these students are able to achieve a greater socioeconomic status. We hope to introduce a new generation of professional young minds that can set a new trend in these colonias and pioneer their communities into something more than a rural area.
Through our efforts, we strive to personify sustainable development practices.
Our team and projects drive the vision of interprofessional, teamwork, leadership, and social entrepreneurship.
We have made it our obligation to engage with our community at multiple levels.
We have imagined a better future for us all, identified specific problems, and evaluated sustainable solutions.
We are Enactus, UTRGV.